Welcome to a very special episode of At the Table with Jennifer McQueen. Today, I'm switching gears just a little bit and doing somewhat of a human interest piece. Early this morning, I had the pleasure of speaking with a young man from South Africa who is a truly inspiring individual. Quadri is an 18-year-old student living in Nigeria who is really living a life full of motivation to be the most positively impactful member of his community that he can possibly be. He has done his absolute best to find his own educational opportunities with the hope of using his knowledge and skills to teach, share with, and improve the life of his people. Quadri shares with me a little bit about himself, about his community, and a really special project that he worked on teaching teen girls in his community a lifelong skill to help them become more self-resourceful. And I promise you will be surprised. So let's go ahead and check out my interview with Quadri.
Go ahead and say hi to everybody, introduce yourself, and maybe walk us through a typical day of what it's like to be you.
Hello everyone, hi fams. I'm really grateful to be here and I'm glad as well. My name is Quadri from Nigeria, a 18-year-old child. Um, I'm a youth researcher and educator, advocate for girls' child children and the learner. It seems great to be here. Like every day by day, I go into the world to look for better opportunity that can like develop my skills, develop me, like everyone around me. I'm very grateful to be here. Thanks, fam.
Okay, so you heard it. He is coming to us live all the way from Nigeria. Okay, so Quadri, it is amazing, amazing that you are constantly seeking opportunities, constantly seeking ways to improve and learn. So let's talk about that a little bit more. Why don't you share with us what kind of opportunities are there available to you? And really to everybody in your community, being education and also work and job opportunities.
Okay, in my community currently now, the situation where urban is educational opportunity. The education system in Nigeria is a very big problem. It's not very good. So, like me as a person of change, where I want change around me, like my community, I'm taking them and striving them to be the best. So I can't do this alone. I need the word support. I need to go into the world to look for better opportunities and support. And I'm very sure that people in the world, they are very ready to support educational stuff because everybody now know importance of education, and that's why I'm looking into the world every day to look for educational opportunity, bring it down into my community, and we all have the base goal.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
what I'm hearing is that the educational opportunities within your community are so slim and so scarce that you are finding that you have to really reach out globally and reach out beyond your community to seek the opportunities that you want.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. So on that, in the process of you sort of reaching out and going beyond your community to find ways to educate yourself and give yourself and your people more opportunity, you have actually almost made it, somewhat your personal mission to go out and find these amazing inspirational ways to help the people around you. So I have heard about a few things that you have done. Two of the most interesting and intriguing things that I have heard are the work that you have done with the teen girls in educating them, and also the work that you have done with, well, I'll let you share about what you have done with the reusable pads. Why don't you talk to us about both projects?
Okay, about the reusable pad on the 15th of no, sorry, it's on the 25th of June. Like I woke up that very day, I was like, oh no. I think about the girls, I think about their strength and some challenges they're facing. Actually, out of the 17 SDGs, I'm most passionate about the gender equality. So I'm very close to girls, and oh, that day I was like, okay, learning about girls and some challenges that they're facing. I say, okay, number one challenge is about their menstrual hygiene. So I learned about the menstrual hygiene. So I break it down and look for way to support them because buying these utilized pad is very costly nowadays. So I think of a way to support them by bringing up the idea of the reusable pad, and I have some team girls like along with me that supports me, and we make everything great. We make the job done. So that's what it about the moisturizing and reusable pad. Thank you.
So I'd like you to actually, if you would, could you elaborate just a little more? So when you say that you guys got together and you made them, walk us through that process. How do you actually make them?
Okay, like the reusable pad, we have like we make use of some materials, some fabrics, and some things that I can't actually remember. Like we make use of some materials and like scissors, fabrics, like wool, and some materials that can absorb something. So we actually buy one cellulose pad, we cut the shape out and we have better idea of what we want to do. And so we make things right and we get the job done. The main reason why we come up with this idea is just that we want things to be, don't let me use the word perfect. Like we want the girls to have some things that they don't. Everything we should be self resources. We don't have to make use of money all the time, all the time, all the time. So like we are trying to get the goal of being self resourceful. So we're trying to be self resources, and the uniqueness in the reusable part is that they can use it like for 6 months, just one. The problem is just that they should take a good care of it by washing it twice a day, using a Dettol and a good soap, like soaking it with boiled water, like hot water. So that's the uniqueness. They can use it for long periods of time. So we are just trying to be self-resourceful.
Wow. Okay. So this stems from quite a few things. It stems from the desire to be a little more self reliant because you are more self resourceful and using things that are at your disposal. And you've created a product that can now be used over and over and over again. And then, so you have taught them how to make these. And then beyond that, you've taught them then how about all the aftercare and how to keep everything clean and how to keep it in a condition so that it can be reused. This is amazing. So what kind of feedback have you gotten so far from the girls that are using these?
Okay, the most funniest feedback I ever received from a girl. The girl was like, "Oh, Quadri, you're just too amazing for this thing you taught us." I was like, "Oh, really?" She said, "Yes." So it was really amazing. Like the girls are really enjoying it. Like they don't have to spend extra money for getting their pad. Like and they are really taking care of it. So the part is under good condition, and they're also happy that I give them the idea. They're also happy.
Oh, I love that. So, I mean, I have to think that with these girls, you're almost kind of like the local hero here. You're kind of like the star.
Probably, probably.
Okay, this is amazing. So, I actually have one more question for you. I what you do is truly amazing and truly inspiring, and you are so young, and you didn't have anyone telling you, hey, Quadri, you need to go find these opportunities, and you need to go, figure out how to help these girls. You really did see a need. You went out, you made it happen, you brought the knowledge back to your community, and you taught them the skills. So you seem to really see how important knowledge and education is, and how much it can improve things. Can you share a little bit about how you feel education and knowledge has transformed your ability to help your community? How has it helped you bring these amazing projects to your community?
Okay. First of all, education is actually a strong material that has a great impact in human life. Without no education, people look down onto you. They see you as um just as somebody that is a kind of a little down IQ that doesn't really know what he or she wants to do. But by the power of education, people respect you. They know, oh, this person is educated, so actually is actually leading us right. So with the power of education, people believe in me. They trust me. They know, oh, yeah, Quadri is educated, even though not fully educated, but so some extent, they believe in me, and they know I'm not misleading them because, like my area, um, we have some educated people as well. So anything I do, if I carry a project, so like with the power of their own education and the knowledge they had earlier, they know I'm leading them right. So with this power, things have been going so well for me, and it's super amazing. So I would love to advise anyone out there who is not educated to look for any means to get the education. Education is really interesting. Thank you.
Oh, wow. You know what? That is so, so powerful. So many youth take their education for granted, and it is so important to remember how crucial education is to really give you a pathway of success. You really understand that and appreciate that, and have so much respect for the power of education. It is so refreshing. Okay, so now I know a lot of people are probably wondering, after we've had a chance to get to know you, to see how amazing you are, how motivated you are to be such a positive and impactful part of the world. Um, what are your plans for the future? Where are you hoping life and the world takes you? Where do you see yourself, 10, 20 years from now?
Okay, like I'm open. Like currently now, I'm still in high school, so I'm planning to have my college education in the United States, and that I'm really working towards that. I hope I could have my college education in the United States because in Nigeria now, the education system is actually slim. So I'm just trying. I'm striving to be the best among my age group. So I'm striving all the time to have my college education in the United States. So in 10, 20 years, I wish to have myself or the future carry me out of this country and have a better knowledge and some other skills in some other country. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, let me tell you, the United States would be lucky to have a young student as yourself come here to be a scholar. That would be amazing. Hey, and you know what? Maybe you and I can actually meet face to face one day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so Quadri, thank you so much for being here. We know it was quite an ordeal for you to get connected, for us to, connect on the time difference. So I really appreciate you making the time and putting in that effort to be here today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mrs. McQueen. I really appreciate the opportunity you give to me. I'm very grateful. It's super amazing. Thank you very much.
Okay, so there you have it. That was Quadri. And I know he's quite amazing. Like I mentioned before, I really cannot say enough how absolutely inspiring I find him to be. So after we actually finished recording our talk there, we continued to talk for a bit, and Quadri shared with me a little bit more about his future plans. And, we kind of started strategizing on ways that he could attain some of his goals. And, one thing that he shared with me that really hit me was, so the best way for him to have learning opportunities is to do them virtually. One, just because there are no opportunities locally to him, and two, with the distance he would have to travel to get to any kind of conferences or classes or things like that, he just does not have that kind of transportation or means to get anywhere, that is far away. So the best possible option for him that he has found is finding anything free and virtual. So he signs up for classes and conferences everywhere that he can. But the biggest obstacle that he runs into when doing this is that a lot of times to attend these classes and conferences, you have to log in and participate with a laptop. And so, when he runs into these kinds of situations, then he just simply cannot participate. This is actually pretty common for him. And unfortunately, this does prohibit him from participating in a lot of educational opportunities that he otherwise would be able to. For me, I just feel that it is truly just exploiting the huge educational equity gap that there is. We have this young person, and because of what he has accessible to him, his hands are tied in progressing with a lot of the educational forward movement that he would so like to have. So I'm just going to say, if you are somebody who is touched by Quadri, who wants to help, who wants to reach out, who could possibly do anything to help him out, please reach out to me. If you're somebody that works for a company that can donate a laptop, if you are even somebody that has an old laptop laying around and you're like, you know what? I don't necessarily need that trade-in. I could donate it to Quadri. Please reach out to me. You can always email me at thetablejm@gmail.com. And you can always connect with me on social media at just_Jennifer13. Okay, well, thank you so much for tuning in and for being here listening today. Please stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, At the Table with Jennifer McQueen, so you can stay updated on all the videos coming out. This episode today was actually the first of 4 episodes. I will actually be having 2 more interviews with 2 other teens who are living in South Africa. One of them actually will share with us his experiences living in an IDP camp with his mother in South Sudan. So you don't want to miss that. And our 4th episode, rounding out this series, will be actually a fun little Q&A with some kids from here in the US and from our friends from South Africa. So make sure you just subscribe and catch all of our upcoming episodes. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you soon. Have a great evening.